got Q3, week 5, and it is Tuesday. Number 1, John makes a map of his neighborhood for a presentation. The scale of his map is 1 inch to 125 feet. So 1 inch is 125 feet. How many feet do 4 inches represent on the map? So this equals 4 inches. So I go from 1 to 4 by multiplying it by 4. So I take 125 times 4, and the answer is 500. 2, we are to solve the proportion n minus 8 over 3 equals 7 over 10. This one's not as easy, so I need to do my cross product, cross multiplication. 10 times quantity n minus 8 equals 21. So 10n minus 80 equals 21. Draw my line. Box up my 10n, add 80 to both sides. So 10n equals 101. Box up my n, and now I'm going to divide by 10 on both sides. So n equals 10.1. Explain why a right triangle can't have an obtuse angle. So if I have an example here, I have my right triangle. The right triangle, one has to be 90 degrees, correct? The total of all of the angles is 180. So 180 minus 90 is what? 90. But I've got to split that between 2 angles. So is 90 obtuse? 90 is a right, but you're going to have to split that between 2. So it doesn't matter what 2 they are, they're going to have to be less than 90 degrees, right? Because you have to add 2 of those. So the other 2 angles must equal 90 because triangles add 180 degrees. Does that make sense? So that would be your explanation. 4, what is the shape of a cross section that is parallel to the base of a cube? Here's my cube. Parallel to the base. What is my shape? Square. Jim is painting the inside of a circular helicopter pad. How many cans of paint would he need if the pad is 50 feet across and each can of paint covers 200 feet square? So I first have to find the area of my helicopter pad. So if my circle is 50 feet across, that would equal my diameter. So what is the radius? What's the radius? 25, it has to fit, right? And you have to write down that area equals pi r squared. So that's why we had to find the radius. So then I do pi times 25 squared, which would be 625 times pi, which is 1,963.495. And you could have rounded that, which would have been fine. But now what do I do to this? That's my area. But it says, how many cans of paint do I need? If cover that up for you. If each can of paint only covers 200 feet, I would take this and divide it by 200, and I get 9.82. But I'm not going to say I just need 9 cans of paint, and they don't sell a can of paint at 0.82, so I have to go up to 10 cans. We are finding the surface area. All right, let's start by finding the surface area of this one right here. So So if we find the surface area of that, that would be 10 times 5, okay, which is 50. Then I'm going to find the surface area of this triangle. If I have this triangle here, aren't I going to have it on the other side as well? So to find the area of a triangle, it's base times height divided by 2. So I've got 8 times 9 divided by 2. But I need 2 of those. So I'm going to take that times 2. If I take that times 2, don't my 2's cancel each other out? And then I just get 72. Now we also need this, and it's hard to see, you need this back side. Okay, the back of this. So the back of this would be 9 by, what would that be? 5. So I need 9 times 5, which is 45. What am I still missing? I'm still missing one piece. The bottom, which would be 8 by 5, which is 40. Okay? So then I add them up. 50 plus 72 plus 45 plus 40. And my answer, the surface area is 207. And that would be centimeters squared. Number 7, which ones are supplementary? And we just wrote this down. Supplementary have to equal what?
No, supplementary is
180. Write that down. Supplementary. Write it down again. Equals 180. So then I would need the 118 plus the 62 degrees. And they equal 180. Name the complementary angles in the problem to the left. Let's write complementary one more time. Complementary equals what?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. So if I look here, I have to have 2. So I would need this one, WNZ, which equals 30 degrees, plus angle ZNG, which equals 60 degrees. Those both add up to 90 degrees. Go ahead and take a picture.